energy right now.
All right.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
All right.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
So it's either double or Yamcha does the recap.
I can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Should I give your inspiration to Yash anyways?
Up to you.
Oh, okay.
So, started. Andre was like waiting, and then Alexis was like, "Hey man, remember this?" And Andre's like, "Yeah, kinda." And then after that, he talked to Betharina, and he was like, "Hey, listen, it'd be chill to stay here, but like I kind of got a lot to do, so."
You're doing that such a disservice. Yash, you do it instead.
Yeah, so the session opens with Andre's conversation with Betharina, and it goes okay. He like rejects her advances, but at the same time, Andre kind of puts on the moves a little bit. He says something that lives rent free in my mind, which is, "I didn't consider my future until you."
Those were not the words, but whatever.
You said
no.
that verbatim.
That's
We have it
technically
quoted.
that's
We have it
technically what he
quoted.
said, but I don't think that's verbatim what he said.
That's
It is. It's literally what you said, and I remember freaking out because I was like, "Mister, I don't write romance." Anyway, Andre says that, and what he like kind of makes it clear that he is interested in coming back and having like a life after everything, but he's very adamant in the fact that he has to go. Betharina kind of is okay with that, but she makes it clear that she won't wait for him. And somehow during all of this, he is able to ask for the ring and not get thrown off the balcony.
he came very close.
Twice.
Can I throw it back to double now?
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for your service. You don't get inspiration for that, but you can have roll a dice of your choice.
I will roll. This is a D12.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5.
And gain 5 gold pieces.
Yes. If I'm gonna die, I won't die broke.
Go ahead, double.
After that, we were like, okay, we got ring. And we went back to Andre's house, and then he was like, bada bing and bada boom, and then he opened the door to the library. And when they went in there were no books, but there was a lot of items scattered. There's like a corset. Weren't there boots, like a big, or was it just one boot?
No,
There was 2 boots.
Boots with the corset.
Yeah, 2 boots with the corset. There was like a map, some liquid, a hole in the world, some more liquid, and some beads, and then there was a big hourglass. And they were like, whoa, that's crazy. And then Andre was like, I wonder what this thing is. And he identified it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, this thing's containing like the... Well, actually, no, there was the plaque that they read at first. It was like, yeah, this thing's kind of containing, though, a big worm thing that that people didn't notice. It needs to be released or destroyed from within, or it's going to be really bad. And then Andre cast Identify on a lot of other things, including the apparatus in front of the big hourglass. And it was like, yeah, if you're a Timber, you can head on in there and fight the thing. If either of you die, though, it doesn't matter. The thing inside will be brought outside. And then there was a lot of deliberation of like, all right, who gets what? What should we do? Andre's like, well, I guess I'm going in. And then Rayla called Darasha, and then she was like, hey, we need help. And Darasha was like, yeah, I'm gonna go through like a lot of things. Yeah, you're kind of out of luck. She's like, well, you got it though. Andre could probably handle it. Just get a piece of the shard, maybe. That would kind of suck to like not have him around, but you know, that's whatever. And him is not referring to Andre. And then she was like, yeah, Goldblood can do it. And then we kept exploring other options, kind of coming up short, to be honest, not with much of anything really. Or just like, it was either we don't trust the person or they don't want to help. Or the only way for Darasha to get back here sooner would be really, really bad and costly. So we've kind of fallen back on like, well, I guess Andre has to do something about it, at least at that point in time. And then we left, and then Goldblood was at the door, and Guilford, and then Andre opened the door, and then I think that's where we ended session.
That is where we ended session. Is there any details anybody would like to add?
We identified everything.
The Yeah, the hourglass was made of a concoction of Forge, Knock, and Heart, I think,
In winter.
in winter. I thought within
And
was winter.
Edge. And Edge. And all. It was like everything except for no, Forge was just what the glass was made out of, no?
Its frame was made out.
Yeah, the frame.
At this point, Daria is simply making up stuff.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
glass was just normal. It had heart on it, I think.
Got
No,
it.
the glass of the big hourglass.
Oh, the big. I was talking about the glass of like the cases around the things.
Yes,
No,
the cases each had hard influences to keep everything nice and clean and sturdy. Whereas the big hourglass, the glass itself was clearly imbued with knock, as you can even actually see like dribbles of some purple liquid, viscous and kind of drooping on down, like rain on a window pane.
I was thinking of the paints.
Oh yeah, each of the paints had like different aspects.
Yeah. And the fact that Mavis was like, hey, this feels super wrong.
Like, hey guys, we're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fuck. Do we just say fuck it with Goldblood though?
I think so.
Like, I mean, like, we ask him shit?
No, not in that regard.
And I think that's the
You
recap.
would say fuck him.
I don't think we're in the same tax bracket.
We're definitely not in the same
Like, I think he has a requirement if you have to be in the same tax bracket.
Yeah, unless he's like Limbo Fitzgerald.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there is anyone in his tax bracket.
That guy does not pay taxes. There's no way.
That guy is taxes. He's the kingdom. Anyways,
The worst fucking like he's like, yeah, no, you can all know exactly who I am. Like, what's the point? Anyway.
so do any of you want to say or do anything before we do begin?
Nope.
Should we like say something like this is the start of the session, and then like we like let's say like we watch this back in like 2 years and we start the session, like let's like have like what do you think is gonna happen? Predictions.
Oh, that's fun.
Predictions?
Predictions. My pessimistic angle is I do think Andre might go into the thing.
I think Andre's going into it. 100%.
But I also like to believe we'll find something out in the library about how wounds work, or maybe we'll ask Goldblood. I don't know how we're feeling about that. We magically turn the false wound into a true wound, and then we become awesome people.
See, there's like a lot, like, what if, first of all, turning into true, and maybe not necessary, but like, what do we do if it becomes a false wound?
Yeah, that's my prediction. That was double.
I think there's gonna be one more curveball this session.
Mm.
You know me so well, Daria. You want to take a
Yeah,
guess on what that might be?
I got no clue, but I think someone else super powerful is gonna show up, and they're going to like mansplain how stupid we are. And that's gonna be the like light bulb going over our heads of what we actually need to do.
Okay. How about you, Double?
I already said it. I think Andre's going in there.
Oh, that's it?
Yep. I don't know what's
I
going to
think we-
happen.
know. Do you think or do you know?
You control
know.
Andre.
know?
I know. He's going in there and he's rocking that orb.
Alright.
I think we get another curveball before he goes in.
Love and thunder, baby. Let's go get him.
Natalie Portman?
I don't know what that means.
The woman?
The woman in the Thor movie was loving.
I thought we were at such a cool transition into session.
That shit, sorry.
No, not you. You're not the
All right,
problem.
try to do the wavy, the like flashback wavy transition.
We all need to do like a wave thing, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I was like, do you mean like like physical motions?
I
No,
did
you
the
have to
physical
wave
motion.
You make like a wave sound. Okay, try it again. Try it again. Somebody
Okay.
give a countdown.
3,
3,
go.
2, 1.
I'm trying to do like the harp thing.
I see.
Da-da-da-da.
Anyway, we will begin where we last left off, as a lot of you exit from the library and come to greet your guests at the entrance. There, in the middle of the night, stands two people that you do recognize pretty easily. The first, Guilford Fitchbearer. Still looking as regal, proud, and knightly as he always does. His armor is still shining with pristine care. His smile as bright as any star. And to his side, Goldblood, wearing a two-piece item of black and gold, with a mask somewhat more reminiscent of a wolf than anything he's worn before. In his right hand, he has a cup of porcelain from which you can see a steaming liquid that smells pretty good. He's taking a sip as you open the door, kind of stretching with his left half. Ah. Hello, Sir Timur.
Hi.
Guilford himself kind of looks beyond you. Already look quite shaken. Assume it's been a long night then.
It's been a very long night.
Goldblood kind of stretches his neck, kind of turning it left, right. His hair likely waving in the air. Let's try not to make it a too long of a night then. He goes to take a step forward to enter. You let him?
Yep. And then I stab him in the liver. No.
He enters. Not too shabby of a residence you have. See, nobles had far more decrepit places. Granted, you could use a bit more decor here. Perhaps a marble overlook. More perches. He kind of pauses to contemplate the decor around here.
Are we sure there's nothing we want to ask him?
I
Yep.
really think we should. I just don't know how.
I don't think we should
okay, I
ask
don't-
him anything.
I don't think we should ask him about the false wounds.
I feel like
That's the only thing.
okay. So do you think they'll be like, "Oh, you have one"? We don't need to tell them we have one.
Okay, part of me wants to ask just to see what happened, but that's the chaos gremlin inside of me.
I think we should just try it.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because this is the freaking conniving. We were warned about him!
You might die!
Honestly, that might be preferable to whatever doing anything with him might have.
Okay, but what if you die and the big worm gets out and then all of Bithinde gets eviscerated?
I don't think anything Goldblood can tell us can prevent that from happening. If that is going to happen.
Daria, what's your vote? This is a democracy.
Oh god. Okay. Logic brain. Logic brain.
Think about it.
What?
Take your time and think about it.
I hate. Stop this, Rama, please. I'm
I-
already really stressed out about
I also
this.
think he is not reliable.
That is fair.
Okay.
You did say that. That's fair.
Yeah, logic brain is. I think he'd tell us, but I'm also concerned about how I think that his threat perception of us would go up.
Mhm.
But also he might be the fastest way to find out some
I feel like it's like
information.
weighing the cost benefit here. Do you think it's worth? Like, I do agree. There's gonna be negative repercussions from talking
okay.
to him. It's just, is it worth it?
So, well, you don't think it's worth it?
Yes, specifically because I don't think there's even a like a guarantee that there will be a benefit. Because what if he just doesn't know or just doesn't want to tell us? But now that we've asked him the question, now he knows. He has like no reason to help us, except the only reason he's here right now is because Darasha told him to.
That is
That's true.
a point.
This is the type of guy that will always be in an advantageous and advantageous position and will put himself in that no matter what. If we make any deals with him, he is going to benefit more than us, 100%.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the both of you can't profit.
Yes,
That's
but
why
he is
if we
definitely going
offer-
to put it into his advantage, and that advantage could be over us.
How is he looking right now?
Goldblood himself is kind of. You can see he's like stretching a little bit. You can see as he like extends his fingers, you can hear his knuckle kind of cracking. Like when you just wake up, you just kind of stretch out. He's got a good old cup of coffee in hand as he's looking around in Andre's residence. He doesn't seem exactly disappointed, but you can see where he's looking the improvements could be made.
Mhm.
He himself doesn't seem exactly overly stressed out. Wilfred himself kind of turns to you, Andre. Ah, Sir Timur, if you wouldn't mind, you mind showing us to a place we can sit and talk?
Andre will gesture to the living space.
Yelford will kind of start to make his way there. Whereas Goldblood himself kind of stands behind a little bit, looking at the library and the four-piece of your entrance hall.
Did Lynn disappear again?
No, Lynn is there.
Okay.
She's just kind of not said much.
Yeah.
Andre will go sit in the living space.
Interesting.
I'll lean against the wall, still in my ballroom outfit.
Rayla will be next to Mavis.
Goldblood himself goes to sit in front of you, Andre, crossing his legs and taking a good amount of space. Oh, it's not so often I'm woken up in the middle of the night. But I think you've gotten yourself in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, sorry about that, but kind of ran into a roadblock.
It's okay, I forgive you. I'd rather deal with this sooner than later. He kind of stretches out a hand towards you, kind of looking at the back of it. I don't sleep so much anyways. Not anymore.
Did Darasha... How much did Darasha fill you in?
She's given me the broad strokes. You know how Dorasha tends to move. She's more of a feely person. A facts-based one. Still, I didn't think, even in my more disingenuous plans, that we'd be the ones handing you the third piece of the flint.
Me either, but I guess it's necessary somewhat. I don't know, it's been a day.
I've heard about it. Apparently you had a bit of an entrance earlier today.
Not by choice.
There's nothing wrong with taking advantage of your humanity. Life is made for living, after all. Isn't it?
Can't fault you there.
How amused is he at that? The living bit.
You can try and incite him.
I keep forgetting what my modifier is. 22.
22. Goldblood only seems to be quite content with himself. He definitely thinks, at least he seems to think, it is quite amusing.
Okay. Sorry, that was just a personal thing. Let's keep going.
Why don't you give me some more details Darasha might have forgotten before we do proceed on anything drastic?
Well, what do you know for now?
I was told a lot of you had discovered an ancient worm from the Second War, approximately 2,000 years ago, entrapped in within the Timur residence. And that only our good friend here would be able to go in and defeat it. That we had only a matter of days before it was unleashed, and if it were unleashed, unless we did something, it would most likely consume about half of this continent.
Yeah, we have 3.5 days. Essentially, the plan is that I go in there and hold off for as long as I can. There's an evacuation here, and then if I don't make it out, Darasha can take care of the rest when she gets back.
You seem quite blasé about this. You're sure you understand what Darasha taking care of this entails?
Maybe not fully, but we don't have much of a choice.
I see.
Best case scenario, I kill it, and everything's fine. But
Let's put a pin in that and come back to it later. I want to clarify this. Darasha taking care of this worm is the absolute worst scenario possible. If strength Darasha will have to deploy to take care of this beast is such that they may not be a singular living human being in a 110 kilometer radius from here. A veritable country torn apart. And that's obviously something we'd like to avoid, so let's focus on the alternatives. Yes?
okay.
Now, as for you handling this, there are two ways. The first, you go in as you are now. You take hold, or rather, the flint takes hold of you, and you combat it. Darasha says she estimates her chances of winning at about 40%. This way. At most, you'd be able to hold off the beast for a year. At most. The second option is if you obtain the third piece of the flint. With it, she valued your chances closer to 80%. But you understand that if you do obtain the third piece of the flint, I cannot let you walk out of there.
I understand.
Have you already come to make your decision?
I made my decision the moment I learned of how it worked.
He kind of waves and shows the rest of the people here. Well, come on now. Keep us all waiting.
Fuck. Okay, shit. Okay, we can't. It specifically mentioned the Timur legacy.
Mm-hmm.
How honest was he when he said there's the two possibilities?
Roll for insight.
That's a 25.
That fails.
Fuck!
It's hard to
20
read. It's hard to read his expression. This man seems perpetually content and happy, but you're not stupid enough to truly believe that. That man has calculated everything that all of you might say, or at least considered it before coming here. There's no way he doesn't have a plan or a scheme already.
Fuck, what do we do? Like, out of character.
I don't know what to tell you.
Think with your big brain.
Andre's made his decision. There's the thing with the pact. I don't know if that'll stop. I don't know if Andre knows for sure if that's a pact. And I think Dasha said not to tell Andre that, so...
I forgot to tell Andre that. That was.
Well, I think Dasha said not to, right? Or actually, I think she just said I didn't tell him this.
Yeah, he doesn't know it, but
Not
it's a
tell him
fact.
because he'd be scared of the horses.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a dumb reason. It wasn't like a don't tell him or else.
yeah. So you could mention that. That might stop Blood from killing him.
Yeah, but like, if you can't beat it, we also can't have Darasha do it now, or else it's Bethende's gone.
Well,
Or
you
Bethende
have.
mainland.
They said a year at his current point.
You could hold it off. But,
Yeah.
like, what is this?
So he could probably hold it off longer, which gives you guys more time to figure out how to deal with it in a safer way.
I don't think Darasha. Okay, mention the Darasha thing. I don't think that's actually gonna do anything. Because well, no, she wouldn't. Okay, I don't think she's being disingenuous about. Never mind. Yeah, mention it. Maybe. Okay.
Andre doesn't know about it. He said he made a promise, but
Oh, you are.
And Mavis doesn't know about it either.
yeah, like
I know
Andre
that.
doesn't know it's a pact because he thinks
Yeah.
Goldblust's not gonna take. Oh, I pinky swore.
Yeah.
Well, about afterwards, Rasha and Andre already have a pact. Can't leave after he gets it.
That was a pact.
Okay.
It's a
But
pact.
Darasha, repressive feat. He turns and looks at you, Andre. He looks impressed. What exactly are the details of the pact? These are rather unflinching. If it's been well written, perhaps I could lend you some credits.
Oh, I won't be able to just run off free with that shard once I get it. Which I didn't really plan
Can't run
to.
away.
Are those verbatim the terms?
Pretty much, yeah.
He kind of looks down, puts two fingers to like the bridge of his nose. Darasha. Well, sadly that pact is completely worthless. I'll have to disregard it. I do have one of them already written up for you. We'll get to that later, however. He takes out an envelope from his pocket with a beautiful, pristine white paper with gold lining. The frontmost part is engraved with a red seal that doesn't actually have a mark of any kind. He kind of sets it down on the like the living room table.
Alright. He's gonna read it.
And do keep it private for yourself, just for now.
Okay.
Mavis just glares at him.
Yeah, why?
Goldblood doesn't return your look.
I hope he can feel it in his fucking bones.
Do you just like keep looking at him?
No, I'll glare at him, and then I'm just like trying to read him.
Mm-hmm. Goldblood turns at you after a while. If you want to insight, you may.
Fuck, what is this? This
There's
one
no
was
point
worse
in
than
causing you heartache. It is,
19.
after all, his decision.
19.
19, still a failure.
He has high charisma, doesn't he?
This is like his
Yeah.
entire thing, I think, so.
Yeah. I got one. I got to read him once.
That was a good roll.
It was a good roll. Yeah. It was less than my other roll, but whatever. It's just
Is that you saying something, or?
Mavis is, he's saying, yeah, he said that it's Andre's choice, and Mavis is like, yes, but Andre always goes for the most dire options.
A very self-sacrificial character. The Forsaken Fool. He has a slight chuckle at it. That Guilford shares.
How convenient.
So there's no real reason we can't know? You just...
He'll tell you if he wants to. I think it's a fair pact. I've even added a note to reassure you. He's turned back to Andre as he says that.
Guess Andre will read it then.
Yep, that's all in DMs.
He's gonna
Yeah, if
sign
you
it.
wanna- No.
I'm joking.
Wait, what?
No, I was just making.
Oh,
I haven't read it
fucking
yet.
dare.
I haven't let it. I haven't read it. Yeah.
I was about to be like, huh?
Now granted, there is technically a third option. Only the Rosh has told you that an artifact of immense importance to the Horned Axe is on its way to Bethinde at the moment. We do not know the exact location. It seems the Peacock has been extremely careful in concealing its movements. Perhaps even eschewing teleportation, as usually people of our spheres would use. And so most likely at the moment, it's at some point in between the Haljan and the Velden territories.
Wow,
When-
this is insane.
When did you last have an idea of its location?
2 days ago, you received signal of a new formation in between a mountain, or fissure that had begun to emerge. Typically, this would follow in accordance to the movements of one such power. There are other things that could be causing it. Even a particularly fierce ruckus between two longs could lead to such an event. And so the exact location is impossible to confirm at the moment. As for where it's going, he turns and looks at Lynn. Your group is already working on this. If the time frame here were not so severe, we might be able to go and retrieve it. However, in 3 days, that's a tall order. A dangerous mission. Especially considering that we cannot risk Andre being taken or otherwise stopped.
So you have some idea where it is? You're just worried we won't be able to do it in time?
Exactly. Likely our adversaries do not know the time frame we have. 3 days is ridiculously short to deal with a matter of this importance. Practically nothing. As such, they would never expect that we'd be so desperate for time. And they will continue on with their operations, as they have for the last number of years. It would be incredibly unlikely for them to take a drastic step at this moment.
Not even if I put up a beacon of where I was.
With the right catalyst, it could be arranged. But they know of your recent actions. Once more, he turns and looks at Lynn. You let one of them escape, didn't you? Lynn kind of takes a step forward. Yes. The guard they had at the entrance. An inhumane flesh thing. I killed half of it. The other one ran away. Faster than I could stop. She pauses for a second. But how did you know that? I haven't sent you anything yet. He lets out a small chuckle. I have my ways. have more eyes and more places than you might think. It's more than just the cities that whisper to me, you see. Then he waves his hand and turns back to you, Andre.
So is this just to make it easier on yourself, or?
Hmm?
He's kind of like looking at the, like at this contract.
Of course. I have no issue giving you the power you need. However, I cannot allow you to, once you've used it to destroy the worm, be free.
So I die either way? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Cool.
If you somehow wrestled control from the Flint and managed to remain yourself, the limitations imposed here can be set to keep you active, to let you live your life, so long as you stay away from certain points.
But that's not written down.
I can't make that risk, can I?
Well,
If you do become overwhelmed by the Stone Father's prowesses, you would be in danger significantly higher than the worm you would seek to contain.
that's fair. I'm probably at half a mind to sign this.
Hold.
Holding.
Hold on. Has to be a way.
This is the way.
He knows where the thing is.
There can be no great man that isn't ready to make a great sacrifice.
Oh, he's saying like trigger words for Andre.
Flatter will get you nowhere. I already planned to do this, so there's some conditions. If I'll die anyway, whatever.
Oh, please, don't accuse me so. Flattering you, I never stooped so low. After all, who could be more deserving of flattering than myself? No, Andre.
You said that verbally?
You have been a great man. For your life, you've left many scars and tales upon this world. And I doubt people will forget you, sooner or later. In fact, I'd even advance that in many years the bards may sing of your tales. Despite what many people may have said, all the names you've been called, the demon, the betrayer, he who has turned his back, the faceless, the clown, the forsaken.
We're really just letting him say all this?
Let him speak.
Let him cook.
Let him go.
Personally, I am of the opinion that you've been one of the more human persons I've come to be acquainted with.
I see. Well, I've come to my
Does he have
decision.
time to hold on. Does he have time to think over this more?
You said you had 3.5 days. We'll need a day for the right for him to take in the Flint without any issues. And I will need a day to begin the evacuation for Alethon.
Did we
The
not?
city will become a ghost city, no matter if you succeed or fail. That is the only way to ensure that they are all kept safe.
So a day. We have a
Okay.
day.
Yes, it shouldn't take me too long. I'll send one of my colleagues. I think you've met them. The Blaze. to deal with the queen of this place. I know you and her were well acquainted. He turns back to you, Andre, and kind of waves his hand. But that time has come and gone. It's pretty clear she won't listen to anything you have to say. And as soon as the queen listens to us, there won't be anyone ready to organize any of the people for a grand stand. Without organization, the people will flee. They will obey what they are told. And in doing so, they'll be kept safe.
We
I
have the
trust I
tag.
won't find any objections or obstacles from your end here. Yes?
I don't see anything.
Andre, what are you agreeing to exactly? Other?
Essentially, in agreement, well, for getting that piece of the shard, I am agreeing to whether I die or I flee, or it flees or defeats that Goldblood or anyone they appoint. Let me actually get the exact wording. 1 second, because I think everyone will want that. All right. So,
You try and give some pizzazz to your presentation.
anyway, if he or it either flees the destruction of the worm or returns from it, will be bound to fully obey, willfully or not, and at the detriment of his or its own well-being, any command given to him by it or by myself, or him or it by myself or anyone designated by myself to restrain, bind, or eliminate his or itself. If he or it receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain, he or it will attempt to realize it to the best of his or its ability. And there's a little addendum that says neither Snake Oile nor anyone designated by him in this pact may use it to force Andre Timur or what he may become to enter another pact.
Ah, goodness gracious, the mask falls. He turns to Guilford. Whatever will we do now that they know of our secret? My identity revealed to the world. At last, I am vulnerable. Ah, but my good sir, I will still stand by your side, even as the tides of unrelenting peasants come and knock at your door to bring you down. Ah, Guilford. Snake kind of takes a step back. He seems touched.
You're gonna make
How
out.
could I have ever dreamt of a night as certain as you?
What the fuck is happening?
You're gonna make out.
Do you know what? Mavis isn't actually looking at them at all. She's reading the fucking pact or whatever. Can you send it, actually, the thing?
Nah.
Please?
I'm getting it.
Thank you.
As you do that, Guilford has taken a knee on the floor, taken out his sword, and handed the pommel to Snake.
What?
I live to serve, my lord.
Nice fellow.
Hate gay people.
Provide Andre Timur.
Snake Oile stabs him through the shoulder, draws the blade away, and then hands it back to Guilford, who just takes it back, seemingly uninconvenient.
If he or it either flees the destruction of the worm or returns
Okay.
from it, either them willfully
Before
or
you
not.
sign this, Andre, do you want to give Drasha another call? I know he said his pact is worthless, but you might as well talk to her about it.
And what
We
good
have-
is that gonna do?
You know what? Give us the day to find something else.
Are you sure a day's even what we have?
Yes. Right? Mavis knows the timeline.
We have an an estimate of the timeline.
And Mavis knows the timeline.
Uh-huh.
Okay. A day.
Before I do go, I would like to see this library myself.
We took all the important shit, right, guys?
Took some of it.
We took most of it, no?
We have all the
Pretty
stuff
much all
already.
of it. Now it's just a bunch of empty pedestals with
Yeah,
broken glass.
Did
Yeah.
we take everything?
I think we
Yeah.
took everything.
I forgot. I mean,
You looted the family library.
yeah,
Yeah.
forgot about that.
It's like in
Yeah.
Castlevania where they go into the hold, but like they take
Oh,
everything. You got a gigantic backpack in which there's like 19
Yeah.
malls, each of them enchanted.
Yeah, it's really just the hourglass, but
If it'll make this go by faster, sure.
this isn't saying he's gonna kill you.
Yes, but he can.
Yeah, he could also do other things.
Either bind or restrict.
Willfully or not, at the detriment of his or its own well-being, any command given to him or it by myself or anyone designated by myself to restrain, bind, or eliminate his or itself.
It's specifically those things.
Yes, but how much wiggle room is in bind?
Mine, when it comes to the arcane world, means that they are tied to an item. In this case, the act of restrainment would be included in binding. You would tie someone to an item and henceforth restrain them, much like I believe was accomplished with this word. The more powerful the item, the more powerful the seal. And for a being such as the 3/4 avatar of the Flint, an item of great power is needed. Hence the clarification.
And if he or it receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain, he or it will attempt to realize it to the best of his or its ability.
He waves his hand. There's no telling what Andre might become capable or incapable of. Precaution.
That, yeah, no, that second to last line's a little scary.
Come now, I've even been so kind as to precise directly that I would not use this to force you to enter in another, more detrimental pact.
Well, the first line specifies it to restraining, binding, or eliminating.
Yes.
The line immediately after opens it up.
Hardly.
What do you mean? It just does.
Au contraire, my good friend.
You're not explaining why.
There's nothing to explain. The text is clear and simple.
Okay. Yeah. Andre, this isn't. That line opens it up to more commands.
I think that's a contradictory statement if he does.
What do you mean?
Well, because it specifically states to restrain, bind, or eliminate. Those are the specific results of those
that's
commands.
the specific in that line, and then another line to it is if he or it receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain. That isn't an addition to the restrain, bind, or eliminate.
You seem to fail to understand. Beings of a nature, such as what Andre might become, are not so easily restrained. It is possible that a measure that could be taken for anyone of lesser means would be inherently impossible for what Andre might become.
Then shouldn't the line be any command given to him or by myself or anyone designated by myself to restrain, bind, or eliminate his or itself, he will attempt to realize it to the best of his or its ability.
Good. You would lose specificity. It's important. It adds power to these pacts. The broader and the more vague they are, the less indicative they are.
Yes, but it accomplishes exactly what you want him to do.
Yes.
Less words.
My version has more power. Brevity may be the essence of wit, as a certain poet enjoys saying. However, clarity brings more power here. He kind of waves his hand at you. Still a newcomer here. Have faith. Kind of smiles at you as he says that directly.
I'm not even inciting him. I think he's full of shit with that.
This is such a bad deal.
This is such a bad deal
Such a
that leaves
bad
it
deal.
open. It leaves it open.
I
It's a
don't.
really
I
bad
don't think
deal.
it does.
It does.
Yes!
Because the only commands they can give are specifically to restrain, bind, or eliminate.
But the second line, it opens
don't-
it up.
I don't think
Second
that
line
opens it up. Because it's
It
like
does.
it doesn't say he has to obey any other command. It just says if the command that is given is uncertain or impossible.
He
If
will
he
attempt it
receives
to
the
realize
command-
it.
Yes.
You will
that's
still
definitely-
act towards the additional command.
To the best of his ability.
It doesn't state
like-
that though.
It does.
It doesn't say that
But-
if it's any additional commands.
It says
But
if he or it receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain. That's not in relation to the other thing.
Yes.
It's an additional line. It's this. That's why when wouldn't the line actually be to him or it by myself or anyone designated by myself to restrain, bind, or eliminate his or itself, he or it will attempt to release it to the best of his or its ability. That's fully committed to the restrain, bind, or eliminate. By him adding the receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain. That means if you don't instinctively understand this command, or he will attempt to realize it to the best of his or its ability. I'm saying if he says to jump out, or it was the word to jump out of a window,
Auto demonstrate.
or whatever. Yeah, demonstrate. You're gonna try and still jump out the window, even though right now you can't exactly do it.
I was jumping out of a window, restraining, binding, or eliminating.
Well, it's not, but it's a command it deems impossible or uncertain of how to go about.
No.
But I think the main crux of it is that there's no command that specifically says he has to obey any other commands except ones that relate to binding, restricting, or eliminating.
No, that's what the attempt to realize it is whatever command is given that's impossible or certain, you are going to attempt.
I guess? But, okay.
Like, I don't know, Rama, if you intended for that, but that's what that says.
I just feel like you need to spend more time reading the thing, Daria.
Like,
There's only 3 commands you can give them.
Yeah, that's how I was seeing it, is that it's only 3 commands, and I don't think that's like him to try to get more, that's him trying to cover his bases.
Yes, you see my problem with it, right?
I see the problem with it because it doesn't inherently make it related to the initial restrain, eliminate, or bind command. It is like a flaw in the contract. I agree.
The way I see it is that since
But
there
it
are no
doesn't say-
other commands, it doesn't say he has to follow any other commands.
The problem with it is that it's not if he receives a command to bind, restrain, or eliminate, and that command is impossible or uncertain. The fact that it's just an open-ended command makes it vague.
I guess, but if it's another command, I don't think that's enough to warrant that Andre can just refuse those ones that are outside of that. Because nothing's binding him to other commands. Because
Well,
it just says a command.
No, you signing it binds it to a command.
Rama, did you intend this?
Like, you guys are just reading. You're not reading it right. I'm sorry.
It says if he or it receives a command it deems impossible or uncertain.
Okay,
That's
but
one.
Rama didn't intend it. He thinks
Okay,
you're reading
yeah.
it wrong.
Okay.
That's
I think we can
crazy
leave
to
it.
say that. Hold on.
Because I'm fully
Yeah.
saying I'm not reading that wrong.
Yeah, I don't think we're reading it wrong.
You simply are.
We're just not.
This might be a language barrier thing.
Maybe.
I just don't think so.
At the
But
end of the day,
I still see
we're
it as
reading it-
like the only commands that Andre has to follow are related to those 3, and if his brain perceives them as impossible, they will try to do any of those commands that specifically relates to binding, restraining, or eliminating.
maybe it's just but we can agree that it's just a different interpretation, but
Yeah.
that's fine. So we don't have to argue about it. We're
Like,
just
I guess
interpreting it
the thing is,
differently.
if it's vague enough on both sides, I don't think it matters, right?
What do you mean?
No, it's vague in his favor, but
But like,
it
I don't
doesn't
think
matter.
like I don't because like Double's reading it the way Rama intended, and maybe we're just
Yeah,
reading it in a
that's-
different way because we're overthinking it. So like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe we just have trust issues. I don't know.
Regardless, Andre has made his decision internally.
Yeah, but Mavis is gonna be like, give us the day.
Need to make a personal
Don't
roll
sign
real
this
quick.
yet.
Okay. Anyway,
How about you first show me this library of yours, and we can go from there.
sure. Andre will try to get this over with quickly. He'll say the incantation for the ring.
Alright. The door opens as before. Do you say or do anything?
No, he's just gonna go in.
Alright. Goldblood follows behind you. Rather snake oily now. As you enter again, the air feels just as sickening as it did just a few moments ago to you. Goldblood himself, as he enters, kind of shakes his hand in front of his nose. Huh. Ugh. The air here is disgusting. This is one of the most abhorrently cursed places I've ever been in. And there's no one from your legacy that's taken care of this place in how long?
No idea.
Grave oversight. Oh well. Perhaps it was coincidence that brought this all down. He himself takes a step towards the hourglass. You can feel behind him as he walks forward. The air seems to be a little bit different, clearer, fresher. He looks around on each of the pedestals. Was this place ransacked before I got here?
A little bit.
He kind of looks down at your pockets. Well, it is your library after all. I'm sure your forebears put whatever they wanted here for you to use.
Yeah, they also kind of threw me into the wolves.
We all have the burdens of legacy to contend with. Some may call it privilege, but I think you've come to see it for its true nature.
I'm honored to throw myself into a horrible, horrible fate.
As is our fate. Well said, Andre. He turns back around and looks at the hourglass. Yes, this does seem pretty doomed.
At least we found it when we did.
Indeed. I'm surprised there's not been any warning signs in advance. Usually with places like these, about a year before it fails, there's a signal that's sent to whoever inhabits or is responsible for this place. At least that's how we do things, from where I'm from. Perhaps they're simply less scared here. I doubt it. I'll this entire library with supplies for you to use. Someone sabotaged this?
We're the ones that got the signal, didn't heed it. Or couldn't.
Usually it's transferred if the recipient is dead. Would imply that whoever was in charge of this is still alive, simply incapacitated or unwilling. Oh well, a mystery for another time. I'm afraid this is more urgent. He kind of kneels down a little bit to look at the bottom half of the hourglass. Takes a moment to kind of look through it. approximately 970,000 grains. Rasha said 2,000 years. Well, she is usually quite vague. It's fair to say we have approximately 2.5 to 3.5 days.
Oh no.
No, that's still with our estimate.
2.5 is not the estimate.
2.5 to 3.5. We're within the
That's a
estimate.
day difference. The day that we're trying
Yeah.
to get?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me.
I'm sorry, Mavis, but I don't think I can grant your request for a day. I'll give you half of one.
So be it.
I heard you grit your teeth.
Still, I am surprised. How about you, Sir Timur? I had faith in your devotion to the people. You are, after all, one of the pillars of humanity in this day and age. But I am surprised by the two of you. What other avenues have you considered to try and save your friend?
More than anything, we don't want him to go in alone. We've been trying to find a way to get in alongside him.
It says here, the legacy of Timur. But sadly, I think the two of you are of inconsequential power for the forces that be.
Yash, I'm leaving it up to you
What?
to ask if you want. I think. Fuck.
What?
Our time got lowered significantly.
Truth be told,
I don't
there are
fuck.
very few people in today's age that can stand up to a worm of this scale.
Will it just consume me if I attempted?
Most likely, the same way you can consume lesser worms. For anyone of
Fuck.
milder power, most likely, they wouldn't be able to do anything. You need immense power that at least rivals its. You won't
Is
hear
it
me
on the
say this
table?
often, but even my power here would be of fairly little impact. If you were to seek aid for Andre Timur, it would be through beings of at least his scale. He waved his hand. The Mansus is a death trap for it. Everyone that has set foot there knows that everything of Lantern affiliation is looking for him. So you won't find any allies there. Many hours frown upon the destruction of worms, or rather, the endeavors of Andre Timur destroying the worms. And so they will not give aid.
Why would
those
they
that
be?
those that would are not so easily convinced, and not so easily attracted either.
Would the Horned Axe help us?
It would, if we could conduct a ritual that could get its attention. On such short notice, that's impossible. The Horned Axe is tied to the hour of the Menace Gate in some respects. The phase of the moon is of crucial importance to their ritual. And there will not be yet a complete, full dark moon. For at least, I believe it's 3 months. Not the right timetable. If we had a way to get directly to it, to speak with one of their names, perhaps it could be done. but we do not. Mere cheap divination tricks are irrelevant. Ah,
Do we not have a way of contacting it out of character?
Pardon?
I think you just kind of said.
Yeah, he's saying like the Ordo has no way of doing it. Do we have any way of doing it?
If they don't, what chances do we have?
We're looking through our bag. I
Looking
guess.
through everything right now.
I have 2 daggers. I could stab you in the back. That's a pretty big betrayal.
That's pretty dramatic. We have
so
two
we were like
daggers.
looking through her bag.
Yeah.
Goldblood kind of turns to you. Friend, rituals that can summon an hour's attention are of dramatic scales. Need to be conducted with extreme precision and care, or else they will wipe out immense areas. Not wipe out, change them, affect them. And in doing so is more dangerous than simply destroying them. They will become other, hostile.
Why?
I promise you have nothing of the such in your bag.
And
If
why
you did,
wouldn't?
you'd have succumbed to it long ago. I commend your effort, though.
We're just gonna put it away. You'd be surprised on the stuff we find.
I have been very surprised through your adventures. You're an odd group with even more odd powers. You've grown at incredible speeds for those that were uninitiated in the invisible arts just a few weeks ago.
Does the Ordo have any way to contact the names of Nock?
Yes, just sadly, not so quickly. Our members that are affiliated in such a way are reclusive. I can contact them. I can even drag them to the headquarters. However, they may not be cooperative, even at the best of times. And unlike you and I, who, let's speak frankly, don't overly care for the rituals and practices of Nock, those that command greater powers in its domain are firmly fixed in its traditions. And those people will not forget them so quickly, simply for the sake of a country or two.
I'm sorry, are the worms not a problem for the hours?
They are, but according to this plaque, this is one of the worms that the hours overlooked. So small, it did not reach their sight. He looks at you, Mavis. They will not notice it's coming. Not quickly. Not quickly enough to save the thousands, if not millions of people that it will destroy.
Where is that ritual again?
How long did he say Andre could last if he went in as is?
Right now, a year at most.
At most. Put another way, after a year, it's certain that Andre is dead. There is no way for him to survive beyond that.
Can you contact them? The people who know about Nock and the names? I know you said that won't help, but I feel like you also have interest in not losing the entirety of Bithinde.
That's true. I do have a fair few ties with them. I suppose at this point, it's useless to keep this on. He takes off the mask in a dramatic motion, kind of letting his hair fly. The air is not any fresher without this. Pity. Yes, I do have very much of a party to its well-being. Still, the greater rituals composed here are costly beyond money. A ritual to summon the Horned Axe requires great sacrifices, beyond that of lives, and into that of souls. The safer alternative is for Andre to go in. And either he wins and comes out a free man, either he wins and comes out a chained man, either he loses and holds it off until the Rasha can clear the mess. In 3 months, the Rasha will have had time to deal with a little uprising in Kamonla. And the worms will be of little consequence. It will need a way to get inside, but I'm sure it's nothing Sybil won't be able to handle. He gets back up from the hourglass and kind of turns around, readjusting the lapel of his suit. Well then, I'm satisfied from what I've seen. Is that truly the ends and the depths of your ideas to help your friend? He's not looking at you, Andre. Only Mavis and Rayla.
Hold on. I'm looking for something. Um. How does an assistant work?
An assistant, as the name implies, someone that assists you in carrying out a ritual. Either by focusing words of power in themselves, by being the subject of tools, or by collaboration with the person enacting the rituals. More often than not, the assistant perishes in the process of the ritual. Their lives, another tool from it.
And was an assistant, and out of character, is assistant necessary to try and reach death?
It said tears of genuine emotion in one of the rituals.
If Was it just crying tears of emotion that winter prevents? Was there another step outside of that?
Is that still out of character?
Yes, is that a character?
Okay. You need the tears of genuine emotion. As for winter, usually sacrifices are not needed. However, death is. You will need something to embody death. And what better thing to embody it than its expression? Every ritual requires an influence.
It can be any death.
Mm. We don't have that much detail about that.
You think we should ask about the false wound, or do you think we're being baited into asking about that?
Double. What do you think?
Level, what do you think?
No.
You're going to die.
Not confirmed.
Confirmed. but
That's just
God, I'm
if he
really-
receives the command.
Yeah.
And if he's on the run, he can't
That
receive
will
the command.
Yeah, but you can't go on the run.
Maybe, but even then, I don't think it's worth it letting him know.
Are you absolutely sure?
Because
Are you
I don't think
absolutely
him
sure?
knowing is going to help us. I don't think he would give us anything that could help us. Because we don't know enough about this thing. And what
We
if
don't know
this
any-
and what if this thing not only can't help us, but something he can use?
We didn't try the library route. We can still try that.
We don't have. I don't think we have time for the library.
We have
If
like a
half a
couple
day?
hours because we need a long
if you-
rest. I think at
if-
least Andre needs a long rest, so you might have more
Yeah.
time. Because I don't know what this rite will entail, but I would want him to be at full HP.
Oh, that's bad. Well, Andre needs the long rest. We can go.
go.
We could do that.
Rama,
Andre,
is this actually? Is there anything we can learn to help with this?
Gotta ask him.
No, I'm saying the library option. Fuck. Okay.
There are things you can learn. Can you learn them quick enough? Can you put them to use?
Okay.
You have allies and people that can provide things for you. But summoning the attention of a god is...
Oh no, I don't think that's possible. Yeah. I don't think that's possible. Is there truly nothing that can be done to stall it?
It's
Oh,
been
boost.
stalled now for 2,000 years. If your forebears heard you, surely they'd say, how could you ask for more? Still, with enough hard influence, perhaps the seal could be recharged.
The seal can't be broken, but it can be recharged.
Let me try something. Guilford, would you be so kind as to go get Sybil, please? As you wish, my lord. He kind of goes back. Sir Timur, would you mind opening the door for me?
I wonder if I said no. And then Andre puts he does the
Wrap
incantation.
him in here.
Thank you very much. He goes through the door, closes it behind him. About a minute passes. And after that, you get a message in your mind, Andre. Hello, Sir Timur. Let's go back. Would you mind letting me back in?
It's like, this is getting annoying, and he does the incantation again.
They just keep it open.
It's probably closes for security purposes.
As the door opens, Guilford opens it himself, comes first, along with a woman in tow. Daria?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No. The goats meeting.
I wasn't ready for this.
I missed her.
Hello? Hello. I've been requested.
Hello, Sybil. I'll need your assistance soon. I'll need our other compatriots here to leave. I don't want to get locked in.
Wait.
Turns to you.
Is she in the library right now?
Yeah, she's entered. Would you like to describe what she looks like? She'd probably be in her more dramatic outfit.
Fuck, I forget what I had her look like. What you see like an average height tiefling, purple skin, and you see long purple hair, cascading down, like maybe like long, and you can only see about maybe to her nose, as she has a veil pulled over with looks like almost like very thin coins of like gold hanging off of this fabric, and it's multicolored. And it goes over where you can see little horns, but the veil covers, and it's going all the way down her back. And you see a pair of robes colored the same with like sashes of scarves, still with these like gold thin looking coins attached to them. And they like jingle a little bit with every step. Let's see.
But where are my manners? I should introduce you. Sybil, these are the trio I've talked to you about. Here is Andre Timmer, bearer of the Flint, Mavis Essany, being of Worms, and Rayla Willowbrew, that enigmatic human that has managed to keep up with both of them.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And she's gonna look so.
Andre just gives them a look of, I don't believe you.
She doesn't respond to it. She just looks to Snake Oile.
I do apologize for waking you this late at night. However, the circumstances are somewhat urgent. You see, here is a worm that will consume the world if left unchecked.
He looks at Mavis.
No, not this one. Not yet. Trapped here in this hourglass. Andre Timmer here has agreed to go and combat it, as there are a few that possess his strength, and are able and willing to. Darasha is busy at the moment. I'll attempt to gain a bit more time for the imprisonment of this worm. However, the result of this will be uncertain. I'll be fine, however. I don't want any of our compatriots to be in any danger. So, everyone except for Roxana, would you mind leaving so kindly? And come back in, say 10 minutes.
Andre will do so.
Mavis is gonna walk off to a private room.
Rayla will leave too.
Guilford himself leaves as well, and so there are only Goldblood and Sybil. And don't mind the the whole identity. They're already very much aware of everything that is happening.
Oh, I was worried. And like you see, like she kind of like doesn't deflate, but like her back was like ramrod straight, and it kind of just relaxes a tiny bit.
It puts them a bit more at ease knowing who they're dealing with. Besides, we do want them to be cooperative. In this event, our interests are aligned. As in most of them, though, we can't let them know that. We'll get overconfident if they do. Anyways,
Yes,
you have your feather ready. Yes?
Rama, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh yeah, of course, yes.
Sybil takes out her
Yes, I am
feather of the
Daria.
her feather of the ivory dove,
Thank you.
shielding herself from influences of heart. Goldblood himself puts his hand upon the hourglass, his skin almost seeming to meld into it. Blood pours, not from him, nor from the hourglass, from the air. Each bit of influence that has been held here, for how long, is wrinkled out. It pools on the ground and in the hourglass and envelops it. It stays there for a little while, solidifying. And then, it is gone. Over the course of several minutes, it fades away. The air now feels cleaner. Still distressing, but no longer quite as impressive. Breathing is no longer an exercise. And Goldblood takes a step back, seemingly satisfied. Seems the seal on this thing is quite potent, even with all that. Oh well, that's still some additional time bond. This... I think it'll be able to last about a week more.
And do you wish for them to know that?
Of course not. I'll tell them a few days. We can't risk any of them taking any dangerous steps. If Andre Timmer is not here to handle this matter, there will be no one capable of doing it. That's not a risk we're able to take. Nor a risk Andre Timmer is willing to make. I think I'll tell him. His companions, though, they're more volatile. I'm not entirely certain what they're willing to sacrifice to save him, but it seems clear from their actions. They're willing to sacrifice others before themselves, which is unacceptable. Still, they are human. In time, they'll come to see it. That their soul is not so easily tainted. Yeah, well, I'm done here. You ready to call back the others?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. How have the studies been going?
Making progress.
Good. I have a feeling in the coming 2 weeks to a month, we'll need that knowledge of false wounds to come in handy. Let me know if you need anything for your practice rituals.
Of course. And what exactly will the false wound be used for?
That's unclear yet. There will be a confrontation, I believe, between two of the other beings that could help seal this. And in order to give one of them a fighting chance, we'll need to be the ones to put the false wound there. But that's not settled then. I believe Mavis, Rayla, and Andre will be the ones to decide that. They'll be the ones to precipitate this confrontation. It's been a long time coming anyways. Kind of waves his hand. If it wasn't them, it would be someone else. They just so happen to be the prophesized ones.
Is Roxana aware of the prophecy exactly?
Roll history.
I hope what is happening is actually happening. That is a 23.
23. Yes, the prophecy of the 3 ones. The 3 ones will decide the fate of the 1 3s. That is unmistakable. By the words of one much like herself. A seer that has seen past and present.
I'm sorry, which influences will come into conflict? Should we be worried?
Not overly so. The only danger in this is that the Rasha will be put to a higher test than she is ready for, and will have to use more of her power than she'd otherwise do. In that case, simply the repercussions of that would be quite problematic, but I think she'd be able to keep it down to a minimum. Probably only a few kilometers. We'll see. There shouldn't be any casualties beyond anyone that partakes in the battle.
Shall I go bring them in again?
Yes, please.
And she'll go and do so.
Andre, you get kind of a ping. Like a foreign power is kind of tapping into your own. Like someone is tapping on your shoulder from far away.
Lynn.
Yeah, I guess he'll just say in his head, like, what? Essentially. And if he gets no response, he's just gonna, like, look out.
Mr. Timmer?
Oh, it's you.
Yes, would you please...
Yeah.
Please come back in.
And he's gonna say it.
Thank you for your cooperation.
The door opens once more and the passage is opened.
He, like, cuts himself off because he's like, I'm being too rude to this person I don't know. He's gonna open... He's not gonna step in, he's gonna open the door and go, do I need to keep doing this?
I'm afraid you're the only Timmer here. Unless you've an urgent and precipitous desire to marry all of us.
He's gonna look Goldblood up and down. I don't know if you're my type.
I'm sorry, you're not in my tax bracket anyways.
You pay taxes?
I make them.
Weird. Hey, you too.
Hey. Hey, GM.
What's up?
Did Lynn leave the room with us?
No. Yes. You noticed.
Was Lynn in the shadows, perchance?
And she's like Teemo. If she stands still, she goes invisible.
Bush crouching.
Even the control words don't reveal her. Oh no.
Thank God.
Thank you for remembering, Daria.
Why do you think I made him say as much out loud as he could?
I was wondering. I was like, she's asking so many questions.
They'll get here.
Sorry, Roxana, you're not my favorite.
You play her so well, though. I feel like you locked in like immediately.
Locked in.
Now then,
we're missing
as
one
you,
of
as you
them.
all step in, the air feels different, and in a clearly good way. It's much less oppressive, much less diminishing dangerous, exerting. You feel like you could actually just, like, hang out here, kind of. It would be weird, but you could. Just like a place with vibes that are off. I took care of the seal and reinforced it a little bit. It seems whoever did that must have done it with a quite grandiose ritual. Even the accumulated influences over here for the past several thousand years only accumulated to a few days. I think by now we'll have at most a week. Hard to tell exactly. He kind of points to the hourglass, and you can see that the grain that had begun to fall is now completely back up, and one of them is halfway through falling. So there's now 2.5 of them, rather than, well, 1.5.
Mm.
Most likely we have 5 to 6 days. I can allow you your day of contemplation. However, there is no time for any of you to go on a risky expedition. I'll take care of the evacuation. He turns to Sybil. The Blaze will. You know how she is.
Mm.
If you need to contact me in any ways, I shall have Guilford's stone. If you have any questions, now is the time. I'll be taking my leave. A good night's rest as well. Kind of chucks his coffee.
I had Mavis walk away from you guys in the beginning. Did one of you go get her?
Yeah, Andre just called for the two of them, being like, "Hey, you two, get over here."
Let me make a roll. Mavis didn't come back.
Great.
Rayla will come back. I don't think I have any other questions.
Yeah, Andre doesn't either. Andre has been made his decision.
In that case, Goldblood will turn to you, Rayla. I'm disappointed, Rayla Willowbrew. How is it you so easily give up on Andre?
I don't. You see Rayla's eye twitch a little after he says that? I haven't given up on Andre. I'm just not as well versed in this as you are. If you have suggestions on what we should do, I'm happy to hear them.
No, I've made my points and my ideas pretty clear. However, and I'm sure this won't surprise you, I don't value Andre Timmer's survival quite as highly as I assume you do. That's all there is to it, then.
Wait,
We'll see each other.
No.
if...
He gave us a day, right? He's not gonna have him sign it right now.
No, we have
Okay.
a day.
Well,
Guys, can I ask about the wounds, please?
I just think it's a bad idea. That's all I'm saying.
I
I
think
said it in a cute voice. That didn't
he did
convince
say it in
you?
a cute
No.
voice.
I already told you, Andre has made his decision. You have to convince him, not me.
Okay.
Andre doesn't even
That's
know
not-
about a false wound.
Wow, that's how you know Double's not a simp. I would have given you my social security number like that.
Don't give me your social security number.
Well, if you asked me for an acute voice, how am I going to say no?
Your Honor.
Your Honor, look at her. How can I say no to those?
I think it's better in our hands than in his hands, and I think if we tell him, it'll end up in his hands.
That's fair. But do you guys have anything else we should ask him?
No. Even if I did, Andre would not ask, I don't think. Unless it was specifically a get out of jail free card? No.
Dario, you got anything? If not, then I will let him know.
Because right now, I think Mavis would be attempting to contact Death.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to you then. So if none of you do anything, Goldblood is going to head for the exit. Alright, Lynn, do come with me. I've yet to hear your report for your situation. And he steps out. Guilford kind of looks around. Oh. She did sneak in. And then he himself steps away. Ah, and Sir Timur. I'm glad to see I've been right about you. You're a good man. It's a shame we didn't get to spend more time together.
Andre shrugs.
Thank you for your time, and
I need to make another roll for Andre. He's trying so hard not to be mean, but he's like, I don't like this person.
Why do you dislike her so much? What did
Because
she
she's
do?
just like, oh, thank you, it's a pleasure to meet you, and it's like, read the room.
She doesn't know what's going on. She's
All
just
right,
a
that's
girl.
enough. He just doesn't say anything.
I forget what her insight is. It's not that good.
It's not.
She book smart. She not street smart.
I like Roxana a lot. I don't know. Maybe because you have a cute voice, Darius. I just buy into it.
I think Roxana is great. Andre is. This is not a great first introduction.
Bad time. Bad time.
Actually, yeah, you can't see her eyes, so no. I was going to have her do something, but never mind.
And so the trio step out. Or rather, the quatuor. They step out. Mavis, you've gone, like, outside of the house, right?
I said a separate room. Was this something I should have gone outside the house for?
No.
Uh,
We will come back to you. As you, Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm good. I thought I was gonna sneeze. As you're just a little bit further away. Alright, that's that handle. I have a few days until the issues here escalate. Roxana, to continue to research into your previous subject. If you're able to steadily realize their creation, perhaps it's something we can put to use to help Sir Timur. Oh, I suppose Sir doesn't apply anymore. He's quite destitute. I believe he doesn't even have marble columns. Huh. What is nobility nowadays? Anyhow. And Guilford, if you'd be so kind as to go and give a hand to the blaze. She'll have the intimidation without any issues. However, we want their cooperation, and, well, we know how she is. Guilford kind of gives a bow, putting his right hand on his left breast, as he, like, bends at the waist. As you wish, my lord. I'll come back and join you and Calrin when I'm finished. Wonderful. On that note, I'm going to bed. Mavis, you heard all of this. You can now hear the whoosh of a portal opening. Ah, and one more thing. For those with intrepid ears, don't be so quick to give up on your humanity. You hear a few footsteps, and the portal closes.
why was he actually kind of nice that time?
I hate him. What are you talking about?
Okay, so I heard the thing about the false wounds. That's good. I know they're helpful.
You know they're helpful.
Mavis, you can hear the clinking of armor and the sound of heavy metal boots going through the house, as Guilford himself seems to be kind of making his way around. He seems to be kind of looking for something. Do you say or do anything? And also, where are you?
Mavis is just gonna find like a private area to have a bit of a breakdown in.
I see. Do you want to like, hide or?
Yeah, she'll hide.
Alright, roll stealth. Contesting Guilford's investigation.
Alright.
Oh, I dropped the dice. Okay. 17, so 21. Wait, no, that's not 17, that's 5? Yeah, that's a 5. So 18.
18. Fuck, I got 14.
As you kind of walk upstairs to go and hide, you can kind of hear Guilford's not quite upbeat, nor carefree, but more freeing humming as he himself makes his way up to you. Mr. Sunny, if you wouldn't mind, I have there's something I'd like to talk with you about.
I'm sorry, do you prefer Sir Guilford or Sir Fate Bearer?
You can call me Guilford, no need for sir. Especially not while we're out in public.
Are you not knighted?
I am, but we're amongst friends here, aren't we?
He's not gonna answer that. Yeah.
Friendship. What about you? Should I call you Miss Essany or is it Mavis? Okay.
Mavis is fine.
Okay, then Mavis. As you saw today, seems my master wants to help you a lot. I want to help you as well, but this is quite the predicament. I understand if there are things that you might have kept hidden for yourselves. Seems the library was ransacked, and I can only assume there were some quite potent artifacts there. I'm not going to ask you to reveal anything you found there, but if there is anything that does puzzle you amongst what you found, perhaps it's something that we'd be able to put to help for Sir Timur.
Out of character. Hey guys, do you think Rama's brought this up enough to be like, hey, maybe we should ask them about it?
Maybe we have trust issues. I am absolutely down to just ask and then see what happens, but I like seeing reactions. That's my problem.
That's why the Chaos Gremlin wanted me to do it from the beginning, but now the fact that Rama's had it mentioned like 3 separate times, and he's gone out of his way to be like, hey, you're confused about something? You need help? You don't know something and we happen to know a lot about it? I think maybe. Just maybe.
I feel like we should just ask because it's a fun thing to do, but at the same time, this is a democracy.
Is your answer still no, Devil?
Andre's made his decision. His
I'm
decision.
not asking Andre.
My decision is out of sight, out of mind.
God damn, how about backbone? Jesus.
How about backbone? I've got plenty of backbone. I was gonna sign that and we'd be good.
Oh, I was like, I don't get it. Okay, but like, if we did tell him,
Like, here's
would
the
you
thing.
be like,
Andre already plans on going in, so like, my input on this doesn't really matter.
you have your character decision. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so you don't mind what we do.
yeah, because like Andre would be like, no, that's a bad idea, but like, his decision doesn't have much bearing here. And if you guys wanted to do it, he would put his reservations away because, you know, given the situation he's kind of put them in.
Okay. Fuck, what if this is just Rama baiting us hardcore?
It could be, but I don't know.
Yeah, she know him best when he do that.
What?
Would he do that?
He would I don't even know Rama as much as Yash does, but I know 100% he'd do that.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I wasn't gonna say it, but like, come on, of course I do that.
Like what?
Well, I'm outraged you don't even know that about me, Daria. I thought we were cool.
I just
Rama has
want to-
specifically told us how he's like, I want you guys to be evil so bad. He has said that so many times.
I was just really hoping that someone would say no. Of course, I think you would do that.
Like,
I was hoping
You
someone
guys
would
know
say
what
no.
my
I'm
choice
wrong.
would be. However, given the bearing of the situation, my decision doesn't matter that much.
And, like, there's gonna
I
be
hate
no
you.
book
It's
in
like
the library. Like, let's say we go to the library. There's not gonna be no book that's like, this is what a false wound does. Because I'm pretty sure it would kill us or drive us insane if there was.
Fuck, okay.
It's probably gonna be like, this person used a false wound to do this
What
and
was-
that.
Yeah, what was the info he didn't want to tell them then? That Lynn was in there for?
You don't know
Because
that.
I thought. No,
and was that he's actually secretly helping them.
was it that?
He was like,
yeah, we're like, I can't let them know our interests are like more than they know.
Yeah.
I can't let them know that we're best friends.
That's what. When Roxana asked that, she fully thought Chalk was talking about the time limit. That was he gonna bring that up? And then you had him tell them that there's a week, and I was surprised. So I was like, wait, what wasn't he gonna tell them?
Maybe we're just cool like that. Ask.
Okay. Oh god.
And if they kill us to take the false wound, then we die.
I mean, honestly, they might just extort us, and honestly, it's like, yeah, fair enough, you have it.
But,
Extort
yeah,
us for
okay.
what?
What?
Our lives.
The money you don't have?
No, I say extort us for the false wound by being like, hey, I'll just kill you.
Fuck. Okay.
You're not
Fine.
the
Okay.
family.
Bro, I'll just
That's
kill you
fun
under
anyway.
camera, and then I'll take care of the fucking Giga Worm.
I don't think he
got it.
wants to. I think honestly, even if he could, I think he would be like, "This is beneath me. I want someone else to do it."
Sorry, I vote you ask.
Okay. And honestly, Mavis doesn't know about the week time limit, so she's under the impression they have half a day.
Oh, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. That's why I did a personal roll. I'm like, does she want to be there for that, or? Because I did say she'd walk out. Fuck. Okay. With great reluctance.
Great reluctance.
We came across something known as a false wound.
Huh. Yellowford seems interested as you say that. His posture is ever straight, and he brings a hand cupped to his greatly chiseled jaw. That's an item of great power, Mavis. I'm not exactly an expert when it comes to them. Roxana is much better versed. You know, she's actually been studying them lately. These are higher manifestations of Nock, I believe. Is the one you found tied to the Horned Axe? Perhaps if Gardea can get her attention on the worm through that, it could be a help with her timber.
It was that information given when Andre identified it?
No.
We're just aware it's of a Nock influence. We don't know which one it pertains to.
It must drag directly from the Nock aspect then, rather than any hour. That's a shame. Nock aspect is not inherently damaging to the worms. It's only when it's channeled through Gardea. Still, there are great ways to use this. You can use this to overwhelm an other aspect of Nock of lesser influence. Roxana also told me we could use it as a portal, I think. I don't think we'd want a portal, however, to wherever Sir Timur is willing to fight this beast. Lets the beast get out.
Is there a way we could get the Horned Axe's attention with it?
It's definitely much more plausible than many other things. A false wound is a higher manifestation. I think it's nearly an awareness. That could be channeled directly to Cardea. If only we had someone that was directly tied to her. From the Ordo Limiae, there's none that would be willing to betray and transgress upon her laws. The Triple Sisterhood of Nock was still alive. We could ask them, but, well, disagreements in the past have led to their destruction, so not much good to be done there. I think back home we have a monument to Nock, the secret histories. That was tied to Thranis, Roxana uncovered. He may be the best hope we have here.
No.
I don't think he's an option.
Why not? He looks at you with curious, earnest eyes.
Would he not be in favor of... you? Would he not be in favor of Thorm simply getting released?
Why would he?
Or, I don't know, kill us all?
I suppose that second one is much more like him. It would be dangerous if he somehow got into Andre's head. We want him to abandon the quest. I suppose you're right. That's a shame. I was hoping we'd be able to help Sir Timber somehow.
Does Mavis have anything? Do we have anything from Mr. Minotaur?
I think all this stuff kind of went into that one thing.
Yep.
Could I give it my memories?
The memory is an influence.
Oh, but
You
when I say to
esteem
do it,
yours
it's
enough
strange.
Do you esteem yours enough to think you'll overpower a false wound with that?
All of our memories?
That's not worth it.
Okay. Can I just throw my key at it? Like,
Wait, what are you trying to
Wait,
find?
no, that's
Arya?
our key. Hold on.
no, we all have our own key.
I thought it was just one.
No, we each have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wait, what are you trying to find? Something that has something that to knock?
Specifically the horned axe.
Mm.
You know what would be great for that?
The flint.
Yeah. However,
We have a week.
Daddy Rock privileges.
We have a week.
yeah, we do have a week, and Golba was like, "Don't do anything stupid." so
Yeah, but he's not our dad.
He's not our dad.
he's the one. What? No, whatever. Slay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, wait.
Wait, so is the problem we don't have anything related to knock and we needed to find something?
The problem is that we're
Specifically the horned
screwed,
axe.
Yash.
Please don't yell at me. I'm just a girl.
Uh,
I'm just a girl. But yeah, my question there is that what we're doing? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, I'm asking how could we get it with the horned axe's influence?
And we need something powerfully imbued with the horned axe influence?
Yes.
So we have to go find something.
Yes.
And we have a week.
Yes.
Courtesy of Goldblood, for the record.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Goldblood.
Who, by the
Man.
way, is not Snake Oily. He would never be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope that Lynn is good at describing what he did in excruciating detail for Mavis, so Mavis
That
can
sounds
go
like her strong suit. That sounds like something she's good at.
so Mavis can, replicate it, hopefully. And maybe buy us even more time, because I also do have... Well, no, the feather was for the influence. Damn it.
We had to go find something related to this triple sisterhood anyway, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know if we could do... That one is a little bit more... Because, at least with the Flint, we know that they're coming towards us, right?
We have to go to when it comes to the triple sisterhood.
Yeah.
I think Darasha killed them. I think she said that. Did she kill them?
Yeah, she said she killed him, and that the one thing we know of is at the bottom of the sea, guarded by a monster.
I bet Darasha was based for that. I'm defending her for that, but
Okay.
but that's a thing. We could go do that.
That is somewhat more possible now, yes.
We can go do that.
On what time frame?
The week?
A week. You think we can do that in a week?
Remind me how long it took you to get to Ralathon?
It's like, not only did it take us that long, we need 2 days
Yeah.
for the evacuation and the right.
Okay.
Well, we're not evacuating. He's doing that.
Yeah, but
Where the
still.
fuck are we going? We're staying here.
We need a day. We need a day, and we need 2 days for the right, and then a day for you to rest, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
Something like
5
that.
days. 5 days. We have 5 days.
Is Andre really not allowed to go into the Mansus? Will he die?
Yes! Go! I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna tweak.
Wait, but Mavis could make
Yeah,
another
that's okay.
teleportation pad thing, because we can get to it through the keys. So if we need to come back in time, we can do that. Oh, we still have Bethrina's.
We also-
Celia Moon.
We also don't quite know where... Like, we don't know exactly where it is, or how to get into it, or how long that's gonna take. Because we have to go
Okay,
through
yeah,
an
but-
underwater passage.
Yeah, but it's more than what we had before.
Yeah, but is it still even feasible?
I think it's more feasible than the other things that we've. Actually, we have no other plans. There is no other
Yeah,
plans.
there was nothing else.
To be fair, no matter what, at the end of the week, if we have nothing, Andre's going in, so it doesn't hurt to do.
Andre's gonna go in regardless. I'm gonna tell you
I
this
would-
guy's that right now.
Mavis contacting Death be noticeable?
Yeah, like, you might kill a lot of people, though. So.
Oh shit, really? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, remember the last time you did it? Or you did, like, your frickin'... Like, that one spell? You killed all the wildlife around you?
Divination or whatever it was.
It's
Yeah,
divination.
all the wildlife around you, and now there's an area where it snows 365 days a year.
Yeah, but that was dramatic as heck, so that was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And now
I don't know how to induce
everyone.
visions.
Do you know what's even worse? We don't have our horse. They're gone.
That guy.
You
I
would
hate the horses. They're the worst part of the campaign.
Yeah.
poor Fleet Chaser. What did Hot Wolf do to you? He was just.
Alhoof bit my arm off. What are you talking about?
I should have
Okay,
let
like,
Mr. Minotaur eat that thing.
You have a second one of those. Like Hot Wolf just found love.
Should've
Oh,
killed
what
him.
did we used to call him? Hot Pocket? That was cute.
Yeah, Hot Pocket.
Yeah, it was Minotaur because he wanted to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
We should have let him.
We should
I
have.
think so.
Anyway.
I was surprised that you didn't, honestly.
Because we were good people or whatever. I'm not. I
Okay.
should have let him.
We're more bitter now. Okay, is that all the information he gives you on the false end? Alright.
Do you not say
Uh,
anything else?
Okay, do you have an idea of how fast that group is moving towards here?
Not truly. We've estimated that they'd be moving it through carriages or an underground network. The underground network is significantly faster, however, we are monitoring the exits. We believe they're aware of this, and so they won't be taking that one. The route that goes through the mountains is significantly harder to track, and that one's more difficult indeed to track, so I think it has to be more difficult. We believe the axe should get here about between the next 3 weeks and the next month and a half.
You think I could get them to speed up?
No. From what Lynn has told us, the Peacock is motivated by you, yes. However, they have no reason to associate the Horned Axe directly with you. Surely what they do is if they captured you, they would hurry their people, but not so much that they'd be noticed. Because in that case, their mission would have been for nothing. Even stealing the Horned Axe was an enormous feat. We had people on the ground watching them, but they got distracted. He kind of looks to the side as he says that. That was
Oh?
I believe you've met them, the Elite Destruction Squad.
Ah.
A merry group of fellows, aren't they?
They saw the kobolds and they were like,
It was all over.
Yes.
Easily
Tangent
distracted.
for the dramatic, yes.
Mhm. We believe one of the cultists approached one of them and told him he seemed like the clearly superior wizard to the others. That escalated somewhat. 2 of them were out of commission for a week.
could you imagine being the one to make that report? It's like, yeah, so we kind of got into a fight.
Wait, so they were just watching? They weren't the people they got stolen from, right?
Yeah, no, they were just watching.
Okay. Who got robbed?
I think it was from where, I think it was in like a place.
Where exactly did they steal it from?
Oh, I suppose you wouldn't know him. It was a small village in the Principality of Veld. Or, not even. That technically in that region is more of the Protectorate of Tarkil. Sorry. Protectorate. My bad. Protectorate of Tarkil. A region fairly isolationist, populated mainly by tieflings. That's where Roxana, that you met earlier today, is from.
Mm.
They have connections with the Horned Axe that go back several years. And they housed a shard, physical remnant of the Horned Axe, between them and a mountain. Seems, however, that the cultists somehow learned about this, set their sights on it. We knew they'd staked out the place before, hence why we'd sent some people. However, sending in the Elite Destruction Squad was a clear mistake.
Is there anything else I should ask him? Because I'm drawing blanks.
He said it would get here in 3 weeks to a month, right? So it's still out of the country.
Yeah, it's not. It's not possible. At least by his estimates, yeah. If we could find them and somehow get there quickly, maybe.
And they have no current clue about where it is?
Nope.
Does he
You,
happen to know anything about the Triple Sisterhood? As a weird guy who probably doesn't know too much, but I don't know.
Actually, did the Elite Destruction Squad collect any evidence from any of the cultists? Did not get picked up? Oh,
We heard you.
I heard you for a sec. Oh, there we go.
Damn old mic broken up. Anyways, they did have a physical description of one of them. However, the issue was we anticipated they would come in with a forceful approach more so than a ruse. As far as we'd known, they'd always confronted any issues directly with slaughter. Seems they decided to change their method, seeing the Elite Destruction Squad. As for the description, it was a tall woman with an obscured face that was, however, deeply dark. She had long fingers, and they noted that she always cackled as she spoke.
And they didn't like grab a piece of a cloak or anything in a fight, or?
They did not. They were preoccupying with landing a fireball. As he says that, he has a hand on his forehead, like, ugh. Anyways, if you have no other questions, I'll take my leave now. I go and try and help keep the social order. Trying to avoid a stampede. He gives you a bow.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
begins to head out. Do you say or do anything else?
would they be able to give me a picture of her likeness?
Most
or draw
likely.
something out?
Most likely. I'll ask them. I know Rhyme has a bit of a talent for the arts.
Thank you.
Of course. He
I'll be
walks
right
away.
back. I'll be right back.
And we will change back to Rayla and Andre. Now left alone in the library. You gonna either say or do anything?
Nope. He's made himself
Andre's
very
not
clear.
doing anything?
Yep, he's
Okay.
made himself clear. He's just gonna go sit in the living area.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and contact Death anymore if that's gonna murder everyone.
We did move back to Rayla and Andre.
Okay.
What does if Andre just like goes to sit in the living area? What does Rayla do?
Rayla's gonna follow him, and she's trying to see how he feels. She's just trying to like take a look at him.
He looks determined.
Looks determined. You seem really set on going in there.
There's no other choice.
I feel like you haven't been really looking for any other choice.
There's not much I can offer.
Mavis and I also don't know anything yet, but we're...
3 days
You have
was
to find something
short.
else, Andre.
A week is nicer, but still, what do we realistically have? Even then, we don't even technically have that long.
We have more time. That's what matters.
Time to do what?
Find a solution?
There's finding and then there's committing to that solution. Both will take time. Both we have no idea of any of it.
Why are you so unwilling to consider that there could be an alternative?
Because I'm not going to give myself that hope and have it be crushed.
It's not just a hope, it's a possibility.
A possibility. We went through several possibilities earlier, but all of them were nothing.
There's a lot we don't know. Why are you just... You're always just so willing to just die.
Do you think I'm trying to?
Honestly, a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's not the point here. I'm just doing what needs to be done.
I respect that you are willing to go through with this. I do. Don't... Why don't you want to give yourself that hope, that chance? And also, can you blame me for thinking that you've died twice in the past week?
I understand where you're coming from. I do. And trust me, I'm not trying to get myself killed. I'm just working off of what we have. And what we have right now is not much. We can search, but still, even if we do find the answer, there's no guarantee that we'll be able to make true on that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't want to picture it.
I get it. I get it.
Seeing you.
I do. It's just, even then, I don't plan on dying, even if I sign this. At least not immediately. I have way too many packs to just die right now. Like, way too much, honestly.
What else do you have?
No comment.
Rael's gonna roll her eyes. I don't think I would even believe it if you went down. I would just think you're gonna get up again. But
I don't think that's healthy, but I guess it's understandable, but I'm just trying to be realistic here. If I'm not fully focused for this, if I really do think there's some way I can get out of it, and that turns out to not be the case, that won't be good.
I know. I wish you wanted more for yourself.
I too. I just, unfortunately, haven't gotten much of a chance.
That's fair. You have bad luck.
Yeah, but that's life. I do appreciate the effort. But just trust me, okay? I know that's a kind of a big ask, but
I always trust you. You don't have to ask for that. Should we find Mavis? She didn't hear about the new time limit.
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Sorry for blowing up on you back there.
No, it's understandable. Kind of in a bad mood, so I probably came off wrong. It's been so long.
It's been a lot this week.
It's been a long day. Where did she go?
I don't know.
Mavis!
I guess at this point she would have come out of that room to start walking back. Oh, you called?
Yeah, you didn't show up earlier.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Just needed a moment of quiet.
That girl, what did she? I don't remember what she said her name was, but I think
Sybil.
Sybil?
I think Goldblood also said her name.
You did.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he called her Roxana.
Yeah, well, she's introduced to Mavis as Sybil.
Yeah, she was able to strengthen the seal, so we have a bit more time now. A week.
A week?
Rail's gonna look at Andre to double check that.
Technically, but we're gonna need to do everything earlier than that.
Okay. I have a question. Does Kana owe you a favor?
Just
Not really.
G.
What do you ask?
She has access to teleportation magic, right?
I'm not making her do that again.
Where do you want to go?
I don't have a destination yet, but I might be able to get one.
How?
I talked to Guilford, and well, okay, I overheard Goldblood talk to his companion about how a false wound might be helpful for you. Apparently that girl's studying them. And Guilford approached me separately. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty desperate right now, so I asked him about the false wound. We can use it to possibly call on the influence of the Horned Axe. And a large influence of the Horned Axe is that flint. And if I believe I have enough of a description. And I just need a photo, and I think I could find
A photo.
a photo.
A
It's one of
portrait.
them. The
A
portrait.
portrait.
It says likeness or photo. A picture.
So different.
Sorry. I think I could find them.
And then what?
And then we show the Horned Axe the worm.
So there's finding them, but how do we get to them, and how do we execute any of this?
That's why I asked. Does your friend owe you a favor?
I'm not
Or
putting
would
her
she
through
be
that,
willing
even
to
if she
help?
did. That's what seared her arms in the first place.
Is Lynn still with us?
No, she left.
Fuck.
Would she be willing to teach us, Hana? I mean, would she be willing to tell us what magic she used? Anything? If she's not willing to do the spell again.
I'm not sure, but even then, how long do you think it'd take to learn that?
I've always been a quick study.
That's not reliable. Not here.
Perhaps there's someone in the Order we could ask?
I need to make a personal roll. Okay. Carry on.
Perhaps there's someone in the Order we can ask? Regardless, I think we need to pay that place a visit.
And there's also a thing. That teleportation spell Kana used, someone needs to make a receiving portal.
Fuck.
Listen, I know this is a lot.
Okay. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, I need to make another roll for Andre. Ooh, he's holding on, but I think he's gonna lose it. Yeah, okay.
Poor boy. I'm sorry for yelling at him. Not really.
You have a high passive perception, don't you, Mavis?
Yeah.
You'll probably hear, like, his nails cut into his skin a bit as he's kind of, like,
Oh.
clenching his fist. Okay, listen. We're sitting here looking around for options that we either don't know anything about or don't have any chance of finding, at least not within the time frame. And I know it's bad, right? But we don't have any other choices. In this way, at least I can buy you all more time to figure something out. But in the meantime, our best bet is signing this.
It's alright. Now it's for me to make a personal roll. A good passive insight, right?
It's no, oh yeah, it's 18.
Yeah. Yep. Nah, you don't even need the passive insight. Mavis was probably pacing, like, finger to her, like, to her chin, like, oh, maybe we should go back to the drawing board. Yeah, maybe if we do that. And exactly was it that you said that we should? This is
That signing
easiest
this is
option?
it's his best bet.
and we should just accept it.
That's what he's saying. That's his best bet, and that's essentially he didn't say anything else past that.
I'm sorry. Is it wrong that we want to find a way for you to survive at the end of this?
Of course not. But I just can't stand this.
What?
All of this.
Us trying to help you?
I guess that's part of it. It's just things look dreary, and that's putting it lightly. And I'm not really sure if it's worth putting you two through the time and energy it would require to figure anything out. Even then, figuring it out is just the first part. At least not within the time frame we have.
You don't think it's worth trying?
You expect us just to accept it?
All I'm saying is, I think it's inevitable that I'm going in there. And my best chances, even if we had this edition of the Horned Axe, I think I'm gonna need that third part of the shard regardless.
Mavis closes her eyes for a second. And she opens them. And her eyes are blazing. You fucking hypocrite. Are you kidding me right now? It's the easiest. It's inevitable. Weren't you the one telling me my own fate? That I should defy it? If I went with what I thought was inevitable, I'd just be a monster tearing through the street right now. Isn't you telling me we'd find a way? But if I were to follow your logic, should I just give up at this point?
I'm not giving up.
It's
You're just telling us to give up.
I'm not telling you to give up now. I'm just saying that I think if, with the way this is working, I'm going in there regardless. I'm not saying that's the end of it. I'm just saying that's a part of the plan.
Yeah, okay. That's part of your plan. My plan is finding you a way out of this. You don't think I'm gonna try every avenue? Hell, Andre, if it is any of us in your situation, you're telling me you wouldn't do the same? You told me to defy my fate. I'm telling you to defy yours.
Listen, I can't stop you, and I won't try to hinder you either. This was just... It's just exhausting. But
yeah,
I understand.
It fucking sucks.
And I get it. And I won't try to stop you, and I'll even help you as much as I can, but... At the end of the day, I just think this is our best option. Of course, if something better comes up, I'd gladly take it, but right now we don't really have much to work with.
Mavis has suggested something, an option.
An option that we don't really have. That teleporter, we need someone to make a portal there, and we don't really have the resources for that.
We can learn. We can try to find something.
If we could learn the spell, that would be more possible, but in this case, learning the spell is only part of it. We'd have to learn it, and then we need to know the location, and then we need to make that portal that could take us to that location. But at that point, we'd already be there.
Listen, I don't mind. I'm glad that we're talking about this plan. I don't mind you disagreeing with it or pointing out why it's wrong. To some degree. But why are you talking as if you've already given up?
I haven't given anything up. If I gave up, I would have just left.
We're trying to find a way to either get you out of this, stop it, or for you to win. You already look like a man defeated.
That's because I haven't slept in 16 hours.
We were just talking about it. He has had a rough week.
Yeah, the past 24 hours haven't been great either.
I'm not ever in your guys' shoes. I don't know how you feel. I know it must be tiring. Constantly have to fight. Find a way out. But you're gonna have to do it one more time, Andre.
What I'm saying is that I have nothing. Everything I have is borrowed. Everything I've done is because I've borrowed things and taken things. But this, I'm at a blank.
So we go find something.
Where?
Well, we have a start.
And that is? We have more time, that's true, but in this avenue, we don't, even if we do find them, we don't have a way to get to them in a timely manner, do we?
We ask around. Maybe while we do that, we also look for other ways of stalling the clock, or finding a way to prolong your life without having you sign that pact.
All I can do is work with what we have right now. That's my only way of making sense of all this. And all of these are just speculation. That's not concrete enough.
We have to do research then.
I can offer whatever help that, I don't know, maybe I can help in some way, but I don't have the means or the facilities to do much else.
You're worried you can't contribute? Is that what this is?
all I can do is give. But it may not be what's needed or required. The only thing that we need right now is, well, I guess it's my life. But I don't plan on losing. Signing that is the best way that I could confirm that and win in my own way.
Shit, sorry, Minnie just howled.
Do you really not see any other option, genuinely, from your analysis of the situation? Or is there something else holding you back?
I don't see anything. It's just the way I've done things. I'm open to listen to new plans, but someone has to make sure that they're realistic. And in my head, the only realistic option right now is signing that. I know what I signed up for. Okay?
We're dealing with magic. Nothing's realistic here.
We have 5 days. Let Mavis and I run around with our head in the clouds, our optimism. And if we find nothing, sign it. But just hold off until then.
I understand. Never mind. I understand.
Do you want to get some rest, Andre?
Yeah. That would be so nice. And I need to clip my nails. Ow. I'm gonna go to sleep, and he's gonna go up the stairs.
I'm gonna go change.
Are you still in your ball gown?
Yep.
Oh.
All I can imagine is like the ski paint, like the sounds like of the dress swooshing.
Okay. Is Rayla planning on going to sleep?
Rayla would probably just like wait in the living room to see if you come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. In her normal going about clothes. Well, shall we go then?
Rayla's gonna like get off the couch and stretch a bit. Guess we do have work to do. And she'll like rummage in her bag to pull out the dagger. The horned axe dagger. I don't remember how to use this, do you?
I'll just tell her the incantation. Daria doesn't remember it either, but Mavis does.
It's a bunch of like non-words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Rayla's gonna say that. And then
Hey, bada bing, open up.
Papa Booey.
wait, do you think someone should stay here with Andre? Out of character.
Don't ask me.
What if something jumps him?
What, if you guys don't trust him to not sign the thing that he has on him currently?
Fuck.
Oh, whoa. He wouldn't. He said he wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah.
I hate that your voice went up there. What do you
He
think?
wouldn't. He would not.
Okay.
Never. Never.
Andre!
Andre Timur, never.
Andre needs a middle name. I'm gonna put him one. Andre Kraken Timur.
He would never betray his friends. He's never,
No.
never.
Yeah, he
Never-
doesn't know.
He's never done that before.
Not
No.
once. Not
You wouldn't
once. And if he did it
dare.
once, he never did it again. And if he did it
Uh.
again, he wouldn't do it a third time. What?
No.
That'd be getting predictable at that point.
Like, come on.
All of that redemption garbage. Can't trust men.
Come
He's not a
on.
bear.
Okay. Even if Andre sides or whatever, do you think someone should stay here in case someone jumps him?
Nah,
What
he's
are the
fine.
chances, man?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the cultists are. Wait, the cultists are after him, but they're far
He's
away.
gonna jump Andre Timmer.
Yeah, they're scared of him.
Is he? Why?
They think it's because of what Dorasha said. I don't think anyone wants to put up with the potentiality of him freaking self-destructing.
Yeah.
Like he might explode. Don't go talk to him. Okay, then we can just leave him. That's fine.
Yeah, leave him.
Yeah,
He's
you're telling
good.
me if you had a self-destruct button that you could press at the middle of any social interaction, are you really telling me you'd never be tempted?
Man, sometimes those exam periods get really dire.
See?
The Andre is fine,
Yeah.
and he's gonna do
Everyone's
exactly what everyone needs.
Sleep, right? He's just sleeping.
You're gonna sleep.
Of course, he's going to sleep eventually.
Who would have thought the biggest hurdle in this was Andre himself?
I'm not surprised.
Actually, I could have probably predicted that. Bad, my blorbo.
God, Mavis honestly wants to kill you herself at this point, but she's
Do it then.
She's
I would trust you. I trusted you. Fuck.
And so, Rayla and Mavis are off to the orderly man.
yeah.
Yep.
Alright. We'll keep the focus on Andre. for
Oh
now.
crap!
Act, boy, act.
Andre, you hear the Stone Father's voice ring deep inside of you. Andre Timmer.
Yeah,
Come. Speak with me.
of course. He will focus in on it.
You open your eyes, and you find yourself in a pleasant meadow. The birds are chirping, the butterflies are flying, and flowers are brushed gently by the wind. I have heard all of your plight. I have felt your decision, your desires, your fear, and resolve. From the time I have spent with you, traveling this world, I have found a new type of humanity, far separate from the Carapace Cross of old. People that still hope and fear and grow and die. And yet, they have advanced. No longer are ages of light followed by ages of dark. Long enough have you had peace, that you have built great walls, statues, monuments to your own glory. I believe my time as an hour of cycles has come to an end. I will leave my place and power to those that may make better use of it, to guide humanity into the path it has sought for itself.
Wait, what's gonna happen to you?
I do not know. The true death of an hour is unprecedented. Many have been banished into nowhere. Many have been stripped of their powers and made names. But none, not even in the assault of the glory, have any died. I will support you in your endeavor. And if death should befall us after we had raised it so long ago, then let it be so.
I know, sorry I didn't ask you before, and I still wanted to make everything up to you, and you've just done so much for me, and I'm trying, and I know this is kind of sealing everything, but I just don't know what else to do, and...
The flint, its rough edges seemingly facing away from you, now turn to you. Or is it the opposite? You never did really get confirmation of that. And turn to face you. Andre Timur. My will is that of a forgotten and bygone era. I am to be put to use and nothing else.
But I thought that was what I was...
Have learned from you, Andre Timur. Humanity, your soul, it has changed. From the beast, they could not stop from murdering one another. Now here lies a man who has made amends for his wrongs, and now seeks, and now has obtained the path to redemption. Prove your ambition. Prove your ideals. Prove your humanity. And I will be there alongside you.
gonna like grit his teeth. He's gonna clench his fists. Gonna take a breath, stand up straight, look straight ahead at the flint, and just say, I will.
What is this emotion? There's tears, I feel.
Andre's gonna run up and he's gonna give the collection of energy a hug.
It is very warm to the touch. No doubt some people would consider it singeing, immolating, destructive, suicidal. But to you, it feels like a pleasant and warming heat. You are a champion of humanity, Andre Timmer. Now let us go and show not only your fellow man, but my fellow hours, that humanity is not to be taken lightly.
Let's. Andre's gonna wipe some tears from his face. Take another breath. And relax.
Slowly, you come out of this world of brimstone and flower, of heat and cool, of ancient power and of new beginnings. And on that note, we will change back to Rayla and Mavis. As the two of you appear in the halls of the Ordo Limier, they seem as clean and as polished as they have before to you. The air around here is different. It feels a bit more cramped, less fresh. It doesn't really have a smell anymore. You don't hear anybody saying or doing anything. What do you do?
Would Rayla remember we're in like the regular entrance of the Ordo, right?
Yeah, you're in the regular entrance. I can boot up Roll20 real quick.
Oh,
Alright.
I didn't entirely expect you to come here.
I'm surprised.
yeah, I didn't think we'd go roll 20.
And I'm surprised Rama didn't anticipate we'd want to go to the Ordo.
I thought you'd like talk with Goldblood.
We think he's a stupid.
Talked to him a little bit.
So you
Okay.
now stand in the halls. What you doing?
We're gonna make our way to the library.
Oh, right, it got wiped.
Oh no.
Bloody
Oh, no.
hell.
Bloody hell.
Oh well, no Roll20 today.
I rolled 20 today? Okay.
I got like a
Okay.
I got like a loss from the Roll20 a while ago.
Also, just to put it out there, my energy is dwindling, so I don't think I can go for too much longer.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do this one and like this part and see where we're at after that.
Okay.
Should we even though? Because I was just planning on going to the library.
You make your way to the library. You open the book as you have before. and you find yourself in that same haze of blue and books. That endless maze of books and paths. And the books aren't a path. Some of them are blank, some of them are titled. Endless staircases sprawled across the scenery. Chandeliers and doors open from nothingness, hanging from the air. What you're looking for?
That's what I was actually saying. I was saying, should we even like continue on? Because again, I'm just gonna be asking about books and stuff.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
But I'm saying I don't know if Yash has energy for that.
Have
My
you
brain
feel,
is-
Yash?
My brain is kind of checked out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's end it here then. You step forward inside of the library. Does Rayla follow?
Mhm.
Alright. You don't pass by anyone. And as you enter, that is the end of the session.
Sorry. I'm just
Okay.